Hello, excuse the crazy hair, it's just a house day today. Today I am doing beef meatballs in a tomato sauce with spaghetti, and this meal I've worked out cost around £4.20. I haven't included the price of the cheese though, because to be honest I completely forgot that I was filming this. I just checked cheese in when I was making it, forgetting that I'd already priced up everything and was trying to keep it under £5. But there's hardly any cheese in there. It's cheese that I've bought for sandwiches, so it's still got to be under £5. It's £4.20. For the amount of cheese that I've used, that wouldn't cost 80p. It is going to be less than £5. It will be. So I bought a slightly bigger packet of mince than what I normally would, and I'm going to split it between 2 meals this week to just make the money go a little bit further, and I'm going to bulk it out with lentils. I bought this mince from Tesco's. It's less than 5% fat and it's got carrots and onions in it. So the reason I bought it was because it was cheaper, but yeah, it's great that it's got the hidden veg in it for the kids as well. Normally I would season the mince for my meatballs, but this smells really nice, so I don't think it needs seasoning. So I'm just going to add the lentils and some cheese and roll that up into meatballs. They look and smell incredible. Quite excited to try these. I don't use a slow cooker anymore. I use this cast oven pot that I bought from IKEA. I think it was £45. It's like guaranteed for 25 years. It works on my induction hobs, and then I just pop it in the oven then on low for the food to cook in all day. It's basically the same as a slow cooker, just probably a less cost-effective way of doing it, to be honest. But I just like doing this. I roast my meat in it and then use it to make my gravy in on the hobs as well. So just personal preference. I'm just going to heat some oil up in here and then fry the onions, peppers. I'll add some frozen garlic and some herbs and seasoning. I'm going to add one of these garlic cubes to that oil while it's heating up. These are the equivalent to 4 cloves of garlic. When I buy garlic, I end up throwing half of it out, and well, you stink of garlic after chopping it. So with these, just in the freezer, they last in the freezer for months and months. I love like garlic, so I'm more than happy to have 4 cloves of garlic in my cooking. I'm just going to crumble a beef oxo in now. What I do with these is crush it in the packet, and then it all like folds out like a little bag, and then rip a corner off and sprinkle it in. I'm just going to add the meatballs to brown them off a little bit. I'm going to add 2 tins of chopped tomatoes and a blob of tomato puree. My cooking style is very much winging it, so that's why there's no exact weights or measurements on this video. I just check everything in and hope for the best, but hopefully you can get an idea from watching this. I'm just going to give this a good stir, and I'll pop the lid on and put it in the oven. Pop the oven on a really low temperature and just leave it in there for most of the day, and I'll check on it a little bit later on just to check the flavour and add more seasoning if I think I need to. This has been in the oven for around 5 hours now. I'm just going to check on it. Oh, that looks so good. Give it a stir. Oh yeah, this looks amazing and it smells good too. It's good, but got a really strong tomato taste, so I'm going to add a little bit more salt, and I'm going to sprinkle some cheese on top, put it back in the oven for a little bit while the spaghetti boils. Good though. You may have noticed that I'm using pre-grated cheese. I am that lazy person. I've got quite weak, dodgy hands, so I hate grating cheese. So obviously, if you wanted to save costs further, either just don't use the cheese or buy a block of cheese and grate that into the food. It's always a lot cheaper to buy blocks of cheese. So we have it for decent portions for £4.20 or thereabouts. We have plenty left over. There's quite a few meatballs left in there, loads of the sauce and some spaghetti left over. So there's plenty for either seconds or for tomorrow's lunch. For tea tonight. We are having mince and potatoes, and I'm just gonna thicken it up, make a gravy with it, kind of like a stew, I suppose. I really should have started cooking this a while ago, but time's run away with me. I'm using the leftover mince from yesterday's meal, a couple of carrots, onion, some potatoes, and I'll just add some seasoning, a bit of corn flour to thicken it up, and a stock cube. Almost forgot to say, this is going to be around £3.50-ish for the whole meal. I'm just going to start by peeling the potatoes and boiling them to soften them up. Normally I wouldn't bother boiling these separately, but because I've left it a bit late, I'm just going to quickly boil these rather than letting them stew with the rest of it. I've just popped the potatoes into some boiling salted water. Oh, hello steam. I'll also add the carrots into here to soften them up for a bit now. They're bubbling away nicely, and then in another pan I've added some chopped onions and a cube of frozen garlic, and that's just browning off, softening up a bit in olive oil with a pinch of salt. They've softened up nicely, so I'm just going to add the beef mince into this now. This is the 5% fat mince beef, so there shouldn't be anything really coming off this. If I'd got one with a higher fat, I would have cooked the mince on its own, drained the fat off, and then put it with the onions and garlic. But because there won't be much coming off this, I'm happy just to put it straight in there with those to cook away. That's nicely cooked now with the mince, so I'm just going to add my stock, which is just a beef oxo and boiling water. Oh, I forgot to stir that before adding it. I can stir it through in there. It's fine. And I'm going to drain the potatoes and carrots, add them in, and then add some corn flour to thicken it up. Could have done with doing this in a bigger pan. Just gonna move it into here. I told you I wing it, didn't I? Because I ran out of room in my saucepan. I'm going to add some sauce flour in. Looking good now. We're just having this as it is, like more like a stew type of thing, but this is really good. It just cries out for the giant Yorkshire puddings, just to be served in a giant Yorkshire pudding. Don't know whether that would still be under £5 then or not, but it would be good. And you can add any veg or anything in this. I'm just going to leave that now for a little bit just to thicken up. Looking amazing now. Just gonna have a taste of it, see if it needs any more salt or anything else, and then it's ready to dish up. I think it might need more salt. As I mentioned yesterday, this beef mince is the one with the hidden veg in it, and it's got a really strong flavour to it, so I find you don't really need much seasoning when you're using that. So if you're using standard mince, you may find that you need to add quite a bit more seasoning than what I have here. So there we have it, another 4 meals for less than £5. One random one on a plate because I went a bit mad. I'll serve this up with some bread, but it will still be less than £5 for all of that. That was really nice. I think most of us enjoyed it, apart from the kids, but they don't enjoy anything. And there is loads left. So that's a well cheap meal. This is gonna last us for like, we could eat this for a whole week. That is such a cheap meal. It's crazy the amount that's left. Today I am making a chicken, mushroom and onion curry. I've got the onions, mushrooms and a bit of salt frying up in here. I'm going to add some curry powder and the chicken, fry that off a little bit and then do the rest. I can't think of my words today. I can't. I'm just not working today. I'm broke. And I'm listening to Christmas music, so don't mind the jigging around. Just been talking to you for ages and I wasn't recording. Why am I like this today? What is wrong with me? I say today, I'm always like this in fairness. Yeah. I'm using chicken thighs for this curry. I'm hoping, like they're a lot cheaper, so that's why I'm using chicken thighs, and I'm hoping that if I just leave it cooking on slow all day, they'll just fall off the bone nicely and be really tasty. We'll see. It's my first time doing this recipe that I'm just making up as I go along, so yeah, we'll see how it turns out. It's way less than a £5. I'll be serving it with rice. I've worked out, well, I say way less than a fiver. I'm exaggerating a bit. I worked out that it was like £4.30, and this is going to do more than one serving for all of us. So I think that's quite good. £4.30 plus a bit of rice, because that's not included on here. Oh, I'm doing tin. I'm looking at what I've written down to work out the cost, and I was like, oh, I'm doing tin tomatoes. I didn't realise I was doing a tomato-based curry. Chicken, mushrooms, curry powder, tomato puree, tin tomatoes and an onion, £4.30, and then a bit of rice to serve it with. I'm going to go back to my Christmas music now that I need to turn off when I talk to you because copyright. As usual, I am just winging it, so I've browned that off a little bit. I'm going to add my tomatoes now. I think most people would probably take the skin off the chicken before cooking this, but meh, whatever. So I'm just going to add some tins of tomatoes. Yeah, and then basically just chuck it in the oven on low all day and hope for the best. I've put loads of curry powder in there and salt, so I'll taste it a little bit before we're going to dish out. And then see how that is, and then add more if I need to. If I put too much in, it's tough because you can't remove it. Excuse you. Now I'm actually going to measure my tomato puree because, what recipe was it? It's one of the recipes on this video. Oh, the meatballs. I didn't measure my tomato puree, I just squeezed a load in. And they tasted nice, they were really nice, but it was a bit too rich, so it was where I put too much of this in. So I'm just gonna put 1 tablespoon of this in today. Check me out, grown up measuring things. Plop. That was a satisfying plop. Echo, play, Christmas. Just gonna put the lid on, pop this in the oven now. It is 11 AM, so it's gonna be in the oven for like six hours-ish. It looks gross, I'm regretting putting the tomatoes in, but hopefully it'll taste nice. That's it at the moment. Don't actually know what the S means, but I tell myself it means slow cooking and put it on there. It's 4:30 and I'm just checking this now, and the chicken, it's falling apart nicely, but it's smelling amazing. I'm just gonna take all the chicken off the bone now, pull it off the bone, give it a taste, and maybe add a bit more curry powder. Chicken is cooked to perfection, so I'm just gonna remove the bones and the fat that I can see, the majority of the fat. Skin. Chicken skin, and put it back in the oven on the same temperature until we're ready to eat it. Now there it is now. I've added some more salt and curry powder, and that's just going to go back in the oven until we're ready to eat it. It looks amazing. For my rice, I bought a different rice this time. I bought the one with bits of wild rice in it. Give it a go. I do 1 cup water, 2 cups water. No, I don't. I don't do 1 cup water, 2 cups of water. 1 cup rice, 2 cups water, pop a lid on it, put a bit of salt in as well, bring it up to boiling point, then turn it down, leave it to simmer away until all the water has disappeared. Just done the final taste test and it is good. I'm just going to sprinkle some of my frozen coriander into it, and then once the rice is cooked, that is ready to dish up, and oh my days, it is amazing. Like, considering I just wing these recipes and don't really know what I'm doing, I'm quite happy with this one. Oh my days, that hit of coriander just finishes it off perfectly. This is amazing. I love this curry. I'm so happy with it. This is it all dished up. That's all the rice, so that's the 1 cup. That's how it's gone between the 4 of us. I'm really looking forward to this. Tonight, I am doing a super simple macaroni cheese. This one was so cheap that I was able to add garlic bread to my shop. Ignore the drawer. This seems that my kids are being feral. I was able to add garlic bread and still keep it under £5. The cheese was on offer when I bought it all, so I guess it does depend on what offers are on. Super cheap and easy, just got some cheese. I bought some whole milk for this, some butter, some macaroni and some plain flour, and then I've got the garlic bread in the freezer. These kids are just making me tempted to sack it all off and order a McDonald's. Sorry, I haven't really been doing much talking to you about this recipe because I've been playing Christmas songs and I've been too busy singing and dancing, and I didn't want to stop the music, so I was having fun. That is basically all ready. I've mixed the macaroni in with the cheese sauce that I made, mixed it all together in an oven-proof bowl. Then I've put some of the leftover grated cheese on the top. It's all clumped up together because after I'd grated it all, Aria came over and shrimp. That's just going to go in the oven now for about 1/4 hour. It's already cooked, just to melt the cheese and brown it up. That was Aria in the background. She's just sampled a bit and she's excited, aren't you? Now that looks incredible. I've done some garlic bread as well, and there's loads. Today I am making toad in the hole. I've worked out that this one costs roughly £3 in total, just over £3. That's not including the flour, the oil, or the salt, because they're just things that you just have anyway. And I don't think I've included the milk either, looking at my notes. So I would say it's probably around £3.50 type of thing. I'm not going to film this one because it's just toad in the oil and onion gravy. I'll probably add some freezer veg as well. But this is a good staple for us. The kids enjoy it. It always goes down well. How skanky is this in my 12 chipolatas mind? Half, like somebody's been nibbling on them. 11.5. Skanky, I've been robbed. I'm so pleased that I can make my own gravy now. Last year, I basically went to my mum and dad's house and I filmed my mum talking me through how to make gravy. And then almost every Sunday since, I've done a roast dinner. And like at first I used to watch that video back, and I've done it nearly every week just to practice, because I've been determined that this Christmas I will make my own gravy, because I always get somebody else to make the gravy. And I'm just so glad I've learned that this is onion gravy now, and I just love it. Love being able to just make my gravy completely from scratch. If anybody, because like I said, I found the video that I had so helpful for me. So if anybody wants me to do a video for how to make traditional gravy, because you know, I'm the expert now, let me know in the comments and I will get one of those filmed. Yes! Looks amazing! So we have it, toad in the hole. I ended up doing carrots and tin peas because there are quite a few carrots left. And I thought, yeah, tin peas. Looks amazing. And there's enough for all of us for tonight. And then a chunk left over for me for my lunch tomorrow. And I made way too much gravy, so I am going to pop that in the freezer. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found it quite useful to see these budget meals. It's just come out. It's good to know that you can eat like really good traditional stodgy meals on a budget like that. We spend so much money on food shopping and we're really trying to cut down at the moment, which is why I decided to do that, just to see how cheap we could do our food shop. And yeah, we saved so much money that week. It was crazy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up so that I know to do more of that type of content. Thank you for watching. Bye.